Now focus on Nigeria, and a political scientist, Dr. Agridako, says the success of the just-ended presidential election in Nigeria is a mark that will boost the image of Africa's democracy.
According to him, Nigeria is a superpower in the sub-region, and what happens in that country affects other countries.
After 1990, most of the 48 countries in the sub-region legalized opposition parties and had competitive and multi-party elections. Many still argue that democracy is still not strong on the African continent due to some political leaders holding onto power for many years. The just-ended presidential election in Nigeria has been considered by international observers as free and fair.
Within elections, international community observers will be interested in how well you have followed the laid-down procedures. That is part of the democratic system. It's part of rule of law. And so once the procedures are followed through to their logical conclusion, then they can declare whether it's free or fair and so on and so forth. And then we also have a substantive democracy. The substantive democracy will be the quality of public policies and programs that eventually will flow out of a democratic system. That is where the rare devil is. How do you translate that power, that authority that is vested in you, that legitimacy that has been given to you by the people, to translate those things into what I call public goods and services for people to see the real dividend of democracy.
According to Dr. Agridako, Nigeria has the capacity to influence other African countries when they get it right.
Some have argued that when Nigeria sneezes, we catch cold. Look at the type of ties we have with them and so on, and the sub-region as a whole. So you need a big player to pull the rest together. And when they get it right at the governance level, it is believed that will spill over into the qualitative improvement in the governance, good governance, dealing with the corruption, making sure that they invest in the things that will make the average, West African, proud.
He agreed that forming a formidable democratic credential in the future, formulating strong public institutions, should be Africa's goal.
Meanwhile, some political parties here in Ghana say the Nigerian president-elect will not have things easy as a constitutional leader, since things may not work as promptly as it used to be under a military rule.
General Muhammadu Buhari of the All Progressive Congress, APC, has become the first opposition candidate to win a presidential election in Nigeria.
The 2015 presidential election marks a significant milestone in Nigeria's history. Never before has a sitting president been defeated in an election. The conduct of Nigerians in the election has been highly commended by observers.
I want to congratulate Nigerians for their exemplary conduct also during the elections. It doesn't mean that the election was perfect, but President Jonathan was the first to admit that there may be people disagreeing with certain aspects of the government.
The political parties agree there's a lot to be learned from Nigeria ahead of Ghana's election in 2016.
If you watched on television how the Nigerians did it, it was marvelous to have, say, Accra International Conference Center being the electoral national coalition center of the Electoral Commission, so that we have accredited media people like yourselves, stakeholders, electoral monitors, NGOs, political parties, open display. That will really help to increase the confidence that people have in the electoral system. So for me, that one, I'm very certain and sure will achieve it.
The president-elect, a Muslim from northern Nigeria, aged 72, was a military ruler of Nigeria from 1984 to 1985, when he was deposed in a coup. He's seen as an incorruptible disciplinarian.
So you can see that he has a challenge to conscientize himself, to take that I am no more the military person who could say A must be done and it is done. Today, the courts will slow you down. The due process of the law will slow you down. The constitution will not allow you to do things the way you want to do them. They want you to follow the civil process to ensure that everybody gets fairness in the process of their accusation.
The former military ruler has pledged to uphold the rule of law, promising Nigerians that their constitutional rights will remain in safe hands.
And a founding member and vice chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Chief Isaac Chigbata, has described the March 29 elections as victory for Africa.
In his view, in the view of Chief Chigbata, the victory is a rebirth of democracy in Nigeria and the continent.
We have been hearing democracy, but today democracy have come to start in Nigeria. A victory that have redeemed all our image.
The All Progressives Congress APC party was formed on February 6, 2013 by three major opposition parties in Nigeria: the Action Congress of Nigeria, Congress for Progressive Change, and All Nigerian People's Party to wrest political power.
The whole world believes nothing good comes from Nigeria people. But this victory will move Nigeria forward. No matter the person, no matter where it's coming from, no matter the background, what we need is that there is a new dawn. Nigeria has been born again.
Public Relations Officer of the Ghana chapter of APC also spoke about economic benefits of the development.
When corruption is eradicated, when the leakage are blocked, you can have more savings. Nigerian economy, the weight is there, the oil is here, the gold is here, the manpower is here, every resource is in Nigeria. But after selling them, what happens? But right now, they will no longer fly about. They will be properly used, properly put in place, properly saved. In doing that, you create employment, you pay. Let's patiently wait. I believe when all hand is on desk, as we unitedly chalk out this victory, we will chalk out a good work for Nigerian people. If you have workers, you don't pay them, they will leave the job.